Today's video is all about not getting paid on YouTube. Or is it getting paid? Let's find out. So I've been on YouTube for almost 4 years, maybe longer than that. And I've been monetized on my channel twice. I got lost it for a while and I came back last October. And I always thought it was interesting that people like, I think they have a fascinating, I don't know if it's so much that people think they're actually going to make money on YouTube or if they just enjoy making videos and hey, if they make money, they're great. But there's always a couple people you're like, okay, did you actually think you were going to actually make money on YouTube? Or were it going to be just blow up? I'm sure there are. And there are some people that make money doing YouTube. You know, those people tend to have some aces in the deck when they actually make YouTube money. Like, for instance, a photography background, maybe a cinema background. But let's look into my situation. So let's pop into my numbers. So this is what I've made since I've been monetized. We have $209, which started sometime in October. And the thing I want to note here is this is going to be somewhat custom to me. You can see my playback estimate is CPM, that's cost per mile, which is basically like how much your ads get. So it's kind of a rate. I don't know how it actually calculates anything, but it's a number. So my average has been 10.74. I've had over $209. And let's take a look at the last 90 days, because I think this is a little easier to take a look at and figure out how much exactly I've made. All right, so in the last 90 days, I've made $84.45 on 16,000 views with a CPM of 9.27. We'll get back to this number a little bit later. But to give you an idea of what that actually means, if you divide my revenue by the number of monetized playbacks, that comes out to 0.0053 cents. So that's how you get $84 out of 16,000 playbacks. If you look at the average U.S. salary, and this is something I just Googled, I don't know if it's accurate or not, but it's $56,000. So for me to get, for a YouTuber to achieve that amount of money, they need to have 10.6 million views per year. So that ends up being 884,000 views per month. And that's just monetized views. So in reality, that's less than what you normally would actually get. So if you look at my numbers here, so like I've got 16,000 monetized view, but over the exact same period, I actually had 26.2 thousand views. That comes out to being that only about 60% of my views are monetized. So I'm not getting paid for every single video I'm seeing, or that's being played on my site. So that's where you get a situation where you're not getting, it's not even like a one-to-one when you look at videos to see how much you're actually getting paid. And I will say some of these numbers are my numbers, so they might differ. I don't know, but that's the case. Let's look at BKXC's Social Blade. Now, you can come here and you can get a bit of an idea on how this site works. You look for the person. It can show you how many views they've had in the last month, what they think their income actually might be. And that gives us some numbers that we can actually kind of look at and play around with and trying to say, oh, is this number here accurate based on what I've kind of seen in my other stuff? And well, I don't know. Based on the calculations, for me, it came out that he's probably making like $58,000 a year. He might have he might have more monetized views, might have less, and he might have a higher CPM. That comes back to the CPM number. CPM number is not static. It's pretty unique to the situation. So for instance, for me, if I go to April, this is this month, my average CPM is actually 6.85, which is, that's a lot less than what my 90-day average was. If you look at February, it was 11.22. So that's a lot higher than one of my 90-day averages. And what I've kind of noticed is that it has dropped down. And I can't really say for sure exactly why it's dropped down. But I think you kind of get an idea that was a little bit better here, and then all of a sudden it got a little bit worse. I can look at like the last 7 days and say, okay, that's like 6.68. That's basically what I've gotten for April. Is it getting a little bit better? I don't know. Who knows? But it kind of looks like it's picking up. Hard to say. But this number changes, and that's where you see some, so that's why when you come over here, you see this discrepancy of like, how much does you actually make? Because he might make a lot more money in October, November, December than he makes in February, March, April, May. Just because it depends on what people are trying to sell. And so that number can kind of be a little bit skewed. But I do think it gives you an idea. And you can kind of look at it and say, okay, well, how much money are you making from YouTube, and is it actually worthwhile? So as you can see, YouTube is not going to be paying for a new bike. It's not going to be paying for new tires on my bike, but it pays a little bit, and everything helps. You know, I look at the cost of YouTube and the cost of what I've paid for YouTube. It is not balanced out yet. When you think that you're paying for a $300 to $400 camera, you probably need to spend maybe like 50, 60 bucks on decent lighting, you know, another 50 or 60 bucks on a tripod. You really, if you want to do well, need another camera, which is really going to cost you more like $600 to $1,000. You need a real camera with a real mic. That's another thing. I don't ever use a real mic. I'm using my old headset from work. So that's another like 60 to 100 bucks you can spend on YouTube. Those prices all add up, and to be a YouTuber and hope to make money on this thing is not realistic. You're gonna, like, the 1% is gonna do well. It's just like everything else in life. It's the 1% that's gonna be famous YouTubers. It's the 1% that's gonna play in the NFL. It's the 1% that's gonna be richer than beyond means. So sorry, but those are the percentages. Do this because you want to do it. Do this because you have fun doing it, and do this because you enjoy it. So as long as you enjoy it, I think you'll have fun with it. I've never gone through a period of burnout, and I think it's probably because I've never felt like this was hopefully me one day replace my job. And I know that the $56,000 is the average salary according to like what I Googled searched. Who knows? But I know that's that amount of money was not going to replace my salary. I make more than that, or I made more than that. Not anymore, but I did at one time. So that kind of money is, I think you even have to look at like maybe even go to a higher tier and go with like a BKXC is probably the best POV mountain biker out there that does well. But when you look at like Seth, and he does okay. But then there's a lot higher levels out there, like the Casey Neistat's and the guys that that make millions of dollars doing YouTube. And then I don't think mountain biking YouTube will ever get to that point. But oh well, who knows? Maybe it will. As long as you enjoy it, do it because it's fun. You'll have a good time. And it's always fun to go out and make a video and get people to comment on it. And that's part of why I make videos. If people stop commenting, then it would probably suck. But please don't do that. Well, thanks for watching. See you on the trail. Go ride your bike.